Hey guys, it is such a beautiful day today, weather-wise, temperature-wise. It's sunny and it feels like fall, but it's like the warm fall, which the other day I was saying I wouldn't mind snow because it's pretty and exciting and all that stuff. But you know what? This is so nice. So nice to feel this kind of warmth in the weather. And look at the trees. Amazing. Just a few days and they're just really starting to change so quickly. Even this tree over here, I don't know if you can see, but it is almost bare. I made 5 hard-boiled eggs. They've cooled down enough, so I'm just going to peel them. And 3 of them will be for my mom's dinner tonight, and 2 I'm just going to store in a plastic container so she can have them for breakfast or lunch tomorrow. So I have 2 little tricks that I learned. One is after they're boiled and you let them sit for the 12 minutes in the water, when I pour them in here and get the cold water going, I make sure I crack them beforehand so the water can kind of get under there. And then the next tip is that on the top of the egg there, what you can do is start to peel it there, because there's actually a little tiny pocket of like air, and it, hold on, there we go. So I just peeled a little bit. See that little divot in there? It's just a really great way to get started peeling the egg, and then it just makes it so much quicker and easier. There we go, I got all 5 peeled in no time. I kind of destroyed a few of them, just taking off a little bit too much, but that's because I was rushing. So what I'm going to do is cut these up in little pieces, put some butter and salt and pepper on, and she doesn't want toast, so I'm just going to give her some bread with butter on it. Look at that, perfectly cooked every time. What I do is I bring it to a boil for 2 minutes, turn it off, and let them sit in the water for 12 minutes. And they come out perfect. I remember I used to get, I think they're bacon and egg McMuffins from McDonald's, and sometimes it used to be a little gray around the egg, and I never knew what that was, but apparently it means it's overcooked. So look at that, no gray whatsoever. Alright, so that's 3 eggs chopped up. And now is time to add the butter and the salt. And then I also have to add butter to her bread. Now, I can't really change this because she can see it. But as for the eggs, I do this with some of her meals too, like vegetables. I try and cut back on the butter. But she notices every time, and she's like, "Can I have a bit more butter, please?" So can't fool her. And then of course I try and cut back on the salt too, and she'll say, "Did you put salt on this? Did you remember?" And so like I can't get away with it, but I try anyways. So I'm going to put maybe half a tablespoon of butter in here, and then probably be generous when I do the bread. So I put the butter just in the middle there, and I'm going to have to microwave it. But in order to prevent them from like exploding, I put a plastic lid on top, just loosely, and it seems to do good. And I heat it up for like 7 seconds, and I'll stop, stir it, heat it up again, just so they're nice and hot, because right now they've cooled right down. I have to admit, I do like eggs the odd time, and they do smell pretty good. But I only have, I think, 3 left, and I plan on baking some cookies for my mom either tonight or tomorrow night, so I want to save it for that. I might end up doing 2 batches. What I'm going to be doing is trying to find clothes for my mom. She's gained a little bit of weight, so I need to like go through my clothes that are smaller sizes, and I'm thinking she might be size 12. Now, I know this is going to wear her out trying on clothes because she uses a walker and it's just going to be difficult. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through it. And the thing is, down here, under all this, see, there's some more sweatshirts and sweaters. There's a garbage bag of clothes down at the bottom, and I know that like most of them will probably fit her. So I'm gonna have to dig through this crap and find them. Oh, look at the boots. Nice. They're good for winter time, and there's not really a heel on them, but they're a little thicker at the bottom, and they zip up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out all my stuff. And then hiding down here is a bookshelf with a bunch of my cookbooks and my self-help books. And then on this side, I've got another shelf with just a bunch of magazines. There's so many things I could be throwing away. So we found a few outfits for my mom that fit. It took a few tries, but we got it. And then this big pile here is a bunch of pants that used to fit me. And I just tried them on, and well, there's a few that don't yet. Because it's just, well, they would if I laid down and tried to zip them up. You know what I mean? But I'm not into that super tight fit. So I've got some that fit nicely. Some nice black cords and sort of purple cords. And a pair of jeans. And some of these Denver Hanes khaki type pants, but they're navy blue. And a nice sweatshirt. Yeah, there's tons, and I still have so much more to go through, so I'm pretty darn excited about this. It's like, woohoo, all these clothes I found. Love that. It's like I'm shopping in my own closet. For an evening snack, we're going to be having like baked French fries. Although they're healthy, it'll just be sprayed with some Pam spray on the bottom of the sheet. And I'll be putting some of this Mrs. Dash on probably once they're cooked, because usually it just burns. And sorry about the background noise. My mom's watching a documentary. There we go. I've got them all sliced up. I'll just have to keep an eye on them because some of them are smaller than others, but I'm excited. Just about to flip them over. You can see some of them are a bit poofy. And I think that's because I don't have any oil on them really, just on the bottom to prevent sticking. And it's not doing a good job. Oh, maybe not. I thought they were ready to flip over, but they're not. See, I knew these little ones would be done fairly quickly. Yeah, they're still sticking. Usually that means they're not ready to turn, because they usually don't stick. Yeah, not ready yet. I'm going to throw them back in. Look at that, just the way I like them. Super duper crunchy. The thinner you cut them, the better they are. It's almost like a potato chip.